Hello everyone and welcome to Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich and today I have the first module in a Diamond Painting 101 series of videos to help you understand more about diamond painting, whether you're a beginner diamond painter or an established diamond painter. You may learn things and facts that you never knew that you needed to know, and maybe they're just fun facts or what have you. But really, the goal of this series is to help new diamond painters learn the craft, appreciate the craft, fall in love with the craft, like many of us have. And then the existing diamond painters, you can of course listen in for new and different ideas, or maybe those questions of, you know what, I really never did know that. That was great to have that explanation. So today what I'd like to do is just give you an introduction to diamond painting. Now, as I go through this, I'm just going to be showing some images of diamond paintings and whatnot, because there's really nothing to show here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of diamond painting, the benefits of diamond painting, both from a relaxation standpoint, but some social benefits, things like that. So there's really not a lot to show you. So you can go ahead, and if you are listening while you are diamond painting or doing some other type of craft, feel free to do that. You can watch the screen, of course. I'll try and make it as interesting as possible, but I'm not going to be showing you anything in this video. Okay, so what is diamond painting? Well, diamond painting is a craft that many think or feel is fun, relaxing, and it combines aspects of both cross-stitch and paint by numbers, and maybe even mosaic art. Okay, but instead of using paint or thread or glass or pieces of rocks, things like that, you use tiny, shiny resin rhinestones, or often called diamonds, to create colorful images. Now, let's talk a little bit about diamonds. At the very basic level, most of the time what they're referred to as drills. Okay, and in my research, no one really seems to know exactly why they are referred to as drills. However, there is some messaging that talks a little bit about the original word for drills was a Chinese word that meant like tiny pieces and whatnot, and somehow it just got translated into drills. Okay, so they typically refer to them as drills or diamonds. Rhinestones is also sometimes used, although that technically is something that's usually crystal or glass. It's not really the specific to diamond painting. But so I usually use the phrase or the word drills. So just a little bit about what we're talking about there. So how does diamond painting work? Well, the first thing is you have a canvas, and you start with the canvas. It's sticky, has a printed design, usually divided into a grid with symbols or numbers. And it typically is, if you've ever done a printed cross stitch or paint by numbers, it's telling you with the little symbols on the canvas, which are either numbers, letters, or shapes, or what have you, what color drill to apply to what part of the grid. Okay. Then you have the diamonds, and each symbol corresponds to a specific color of the drills. The diamonds are tiny, flat backed, and faceted to catch the light. And typically there are two main types of drills. You have square drills and you have round drills, which just refers to the shape of the actual drill itself. For tools, you would typically use a pen-like applicator to pick up the diamonds and press them onto the matching symbols of the canvas. There are other tools that you may choose to use, you may choose not to use, and all of the tools can be, what's the word I'm looking for, improved upon, I guess, by buying things separate. Think of, your car comes with the standard stereo, but you want a aftermarket, more powerful stereo, what have you. You get that as an add-on, or you install it afterwards. And that's the same concept, that the pens, all of the tools that come with the diamond painting kit can typically be replaced with, I was going to say better, but that's a subjective term, but some other types of tools that may be easier for you to use. Once you are complete with the diamond painting, you have a result of a filled-in grid which has sparkling diamonds on it, and it is a mosaic-like image that has just come to life. The type of diamond paintings, there's two main types of diamond paintings. There's a full drill diamond painting, that's where the entire canvas is covered in diamonds, but not like all the way to the edge. There's usually a little bit of a border around the image, so a border of plain canvas that may have things printed on it, such as logos, contact information for companies that sold the canvases, or even information about what color symbol, or what color goes with what symbol. There are then diamond paintings referred to as partial drills. And what a partial drill diamond painting is when only parts of the canvas, like the main subject, are covered in the drills while the background is printed. Excuse me, think of a picture of Snoopy sitting on his red doghouse. Perhaps Snoopy and the doghouse are the items that would have drills applied to them and to be sticky, whereas the background could be the yard in which Snoopy's doghouse is placed, or maybe other characters or trees, what have you. So you have full drill, where it's just you're making the entire picture out of drills, or partial, where some of it is actually printed and you do not place drills over the top of it. Now, where did diamond painting come from? Well, diamond painting, in the the lineage of all the different crafts, it's a relatively new craft. And the origins trace back to the early 2010s in Asia, particularly China, where the first kits were manufactured and sold. And then from there, it sort of started to blossom a little bit. So as I said earlier, it was inspired by mosaic art, cross-stitch, paint by numbers. And the Chinese manufacturers began producing kits that included the adhesive canvases, the shiny drills, the tools, what have you. And they were originally marketed as a relaxing and therapeutic hobby, which, in my opinion, still accurately describes diamond painting today. Around 2015, or between 2015 and 2017, diamond painting started gaining popularity outside of Asia, especially in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, thanks to online platforms such as AliExpress, Etsy, and Amazon. Social media also played a huge role. Crafters began sharing their sparkly creations on Instagram, Facebook groups, YouTube, helping the craft go viral. That social media aspect then exploded during the lockdowns and whatnot, during the 2020 was that, because everyone was looking for something to do if they couldn't go to work, if they were stuck at home with nothing to do. And a lot of people discovered the craft during that time and started putting even more on social media. There are companies worldwide that create and sell custom kits, a lot of times, most of the kits, if not, well, I'll say most, the vast majority of kits are produced in China. And many people say, oh, well, China has the patent on diamond painting. A country cannot have a patent. There is a specific company that started producing diamond painting and did patent the design, and the method and whatnot. But today there are many different companies in China and even outside of China that manufacture diamond paintings. Then you have the companies that sell the custom kits. So, for example, perhaps you have a company, let's say I'm thinking of a company that is based in the US, maybe in Texas somewhere, and they sell diamond paintings from Texas, but what they're doing is they're importing all of the manufactured kits from China. So why did diamond painting catch on? Well, many DIY and craft enthusiasts started really getting into the craft because of a couple of different reasons. It's really beginner friendly. The kit comes with everything that you need to do a diamond painting. The diamond painting kit comes with all of the tools that you really need. So you can sit down and you can start diamond painting and determine if you like the process or not, and then go from there. It's also stress relieving because you are now sitting down and sort of focusing on something other than daily life or work life or what have you that perhaps is causing you some stress. And finally, it's visually rewarding because you actually see something come to life. And then at the end, you have a nice image that you can hang somewhere, that you can display somewhere, that you can look at periodically and remember how calming it was, or maybe even a piece that reminds you of a person, place, or thing that you enjoy. So now you're looking at that and it's bringing you joy just from the fact that you have memories of it. It provides a sense of accomplishment as well, similar to finishing puzzles or painting, because like I said, as you go through and you place all the drills, a picture is really coming to life. And the repetitive tactile process of picking up the drills, placing the drills, is said to have meditative benefits, which help boosted its popularity during the lockdowns. But really, it is something that I know that I can sit down and just concentrate on my painting for a little bit, and it really does become a little bit like I am meditating. And typically people sometimes listen to audiobooks, or they watch TV shows or what have you, listen to podcasts while they're diamond painting. So again, it's just a time in which you can sit down, relax, and let your mind wander or focus as much as you want or don't want. Okay. Some of the additional benefits of diamond painting, first, mental and emotional benefits, such as we discussed already, stress relief, relaxation. It helps reduce anxiety and promotes a sense of peace and mindfulness. And a lot of these benefits, I will tell you, if these are the first time you're hearing these benefits, you may be like, yeah, right. But let me tell you, as someone who has experienced it, as someone who has talked to other people who have turned to diamond painting for the therapeutic benefits, they are real. Now, granted, you have to enjoy the craft. If you don't like diamond painting, you're not going to find it calming because you're going to be frustrated. But if you find that you do enjoy diamond painting, chances are the therapeutic benefits will start to appear. It helps boost your focus and your concentration, matching colors, placing the tiny diamonds. It really keeps your mind engaged. So if you need your mind to not focus on doom or something that you're worried about, it's a great way to distract your mind a little bit. It enhances attention to detail and patience, especially with larger full drill projects. And I will tell you what I find very ironic is I am traditionally not a super patient person in day-to-day life. When it comes to, especially when it comes around to like yard work or working around the house or working on the car, things like that, I just don't have the patience. I'm not good at it, number one, and I don't have the patience to try things, or when you can't, you strip the head of a screw because it's not budging and stuff like that. That just frustrates the heck out of me. But I do have enough patience to put hundreds of thousands of tiny pieces of plastic down on a sticky canvas. So go figure. It also increases dopamine in the brain. Now, dopamine is the feel-good hormone, and it's the little bit of satisfaction you get when finishing a section, okay? Every completed section offers a sense of progress and achievement. Now, sometimes people choose to do smaller diamond paintings because you get that sense of achievement, that dopamine hit, a bit stronger because you're at the end of an entire painting and you get it more often. Whereas folks such as myself who like to do larger pictures, you do pretty much break it down into smaller sections, and when you finish a section, you have the sense of accomplishment. Then there's people who do both. So I may be working on a very large piece that I'm getting those sort of mini hits of dopamine here and there as I finish the sections, but then all of a sudden I go, you know what? I just need to do something really small, work with different colors, different subject matter, whatever the case may be, and I'm able to complete it within a week, and then it's just like, that felt really good. Now let me go back to my smaller sections. It has some cognitive benefits as well, improves fine motor skills. So picking up and placing the diamonds strengthens hand-eye coordination and dexterity. And I do know that some people actually struggle a little bit with picking up and placing diamonds sometimes if you have things like carpal tunnel or arthritis in your hands or limited mobility in your hands. But throughout this series of Diamond Painting 101 topics, we will talk about some ways that perhaps you can work with, I was going to say around, but I don't think you could really work around things, but you can work with them and do things to sort of negate the limitations that those place upon you. It's also great for people recovering from injuries or looking to maintain fine motor function. If there are a lot of times that I see people who have broken a ankle, broken a foot, they're going to be laid up for a little bit. They can sit on their bed, their couch, their recliner, in their office chair, wherever they are most comfortable, pull up a table, pull up a diamond painting, and just diamond paint their way to recovery. And diamond painting is also has also been reported to help people distract them from the pain, and so in essence, managing pain. They're focusing on placing the diamonds. They're not focused on the aching, broken ankle or what have you. Memory and spatial awareness, keeping track of the colors and symbols, can lightly exercise your short-term memory, and it also helps with visual spatial reasoning, figuring out where each piece goes, and then is it straight, does it need to be moved, what have you. There's also some creative and social benefits. So there's creative expression. Even if you're not artistic, diamond painting lets you create beautiful artwork. And that is 100%, 100,000,000% true. Because I cannot draw to save my life. I am stick figures all the way. But I get to sit down in front of a diamond painting and produce beautiful canvases of beautiful artwork. And even sometimes I like to work on what are referred to as old masters diamond paintings, which are reproductions of paintings from artists such as Van Gogh, Dali, all of those Monet, okay, all of those old masters that painted these beautiful images years ago, I'm able to recreate that sitting in my house. So it really does make me feel artistic, and it also allows for personalized designs. So when you are doing diamond paintings, there's two ways you can personalize a diamond painting. You can, number one, do it what's referred to as a custom. And a custom is where you take a picture that maybe you have taken or drawn, and you have it made into a diamond painting. So a lot of people do this of their pets. I know that I have a diamond painting of my dog that hangs on the wall of my house, and I love looking at it because it's just fun knowing that I sat there and I diamond painted, placed, again, hundreds of thousands of tiny bits of plastics down there to get the image of my dog was quite nice. You can also personalize designs by customizing pictures that you get from these companies and manufacturers. You can change colors. You can take things out of the painting. You can put things into the painting. So, for example, a lot of times people choose to change the skin tone of a character. Let's say we have a Santa, and it's a traditional, image of Santa that it's the white man with the rosy cheeks and white beard and stuff like that. However, perhaps someone is Asian, of Asian descent, or African American descent, they can go ahead and swap out the skin tones to make the skin a little bit darker or what have you, to sort of match their identity, and to personalize the picture a little bit that way. Once you buy a diamond painting, you can do whatever you want with it. It's not like you're going to be breaking the law or breaking the rules if you wanted to swap out the skin tone, or if you wanted to make the flowers in the picture, instead of them being yellow, you wanted them to be red. There are also, and we'll talk more about these, but there are also other types of special drills that you can put down to make the image come to life more vividly, more sparkly, if you will. You can do so much with it. And then I also mentioned you can put things into pictures and take things out. So, for example, if there were some flying birds and you didn't think they looked right, in some cases, and we'll talk about those differences at some point, some cases, if you are able to block out the entire background so you don't see those birds that are printed on the canvas, you can go ahead and just copyright over them. You know, your sky is blue and white or what have you, just continue on with a similar pattern and do away with the birds. Alternatively, there are some paintings some paintings are actually made to, or some people choose to, personalize with names, dates, titles, what have you. Or some people even like to put their initials into diamond painting in the lower right hand corner, like an artist would do. And many cross stitchers do. They put their perhaps their initials and the 2-digit year of which the painting was, or diamond painting or cross stitch was completed, or 4-digit year, whichever. So you could do that as well. So it's really, you can be as artistic as much as you like or as little as you like. We talked about you get a sense of accomplishment with the tangible, sparkling piece of art when you were done, and it which helps build confidence, quite honestly, especially if you're someone who enjoys finishing tasks. You feel a sense of accomplishment that's going to build your confidence. Finally, community and sharing. There's a vibrant online community where people share progress, tips, finished pieces. It's a great way to connect with others who love crafting in general and diamond painting, and or diamond painting specifically. A lot of crafters are multi-crafter people, so they may do other crafts in addition to diamond painting. Some people only do diamond painting. Through these online communities, you can participate as much or as little as you like. You can just participate and see what people are posting as far as their progress, if they have any tips or questions or things like that. You yourself can participate by posting those type of items. There are also diamond painting events that are held online, which are fun ways to celebrate certain artists, certain genres, or certain themes. And everybody works along on a canvas that fits the genre or the theme. And sometimes you can win prizes. Sometimes you just work along just for the fun of it, to see what everybody's doing. And sometimes there are prizes, sometimes there aren't, so you can find a little bit of everything that you're looking for. I find that diamond painting events really help me motivate myself and prioritize what I'm working on. So if I'm working on 2 events and one event is a month long and another event is 2 months long, obviously I need to prioritize. Let's get the 1 month done before I work too much on the 2 month. But maybe they're different colors and different subject matters, and maybe I want to work between the 2 of them. But it gives me an opportunity to plan a little bit about how I'm going to complete the canvases in the time allotted. And again, it just provides me that little bit of motivation to go ahead and get those paintings done. In short, diamond painting is just more than a hobby. It's kind of like self-care in this sparkly disguise, if you will. And at the end, like I said, you have this beautiful image that you helped create or help bring to life, and you can display it. Some people display their diamond paintings. Some people roll them up and put them away. Some people give them away as gifts. And we will talk about all the different ways in which you can purpose your final finished projects when it comes to diamond painting. So that's where I want to stop today with our module number 1 of Introduction to Diamond Painting. I hope this has helped give you some knowledge of where the craft started, a little bit about how the craft is done, where it has originated, what have you. Next time, we're going to look at the tools and materials that come in a standard diamond painting kit. And that's where we'll also talk about some optional but helpful tools that you may want to upgrade or purchase in addition to what comes with the kit itself. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed listening to the first module, Introduction to Diamond Painting. Remember, no matter what you do, there are really no rules in diamond painting, so you do you. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you next time we are Speaking of Diamonds. Have a good one.